Hi all, welcome to today's episode of The Vibe. It's Tech Tuesday, but more importantly, we're gonna go right into the vibe of the day. We're gonna talk about a subject that affects all of us, every one of us, and it's called depression.
I sincerely believe that every single person that I've ever met in my entire life, besides kids, young children, like anyone like literally 14 and up, I believe they're all depressed.
I was depressed at 10.
Oh my God.
I was depressed.
A little extra.
I don't think you guys are defining the word depression properly. Depression as a real medical
I believe everybody.
Medical disorder.
I believe everybody is medically depressed. I do.
In a small form or a large form.
Small.
But you're not actually,
like in a form that you can like overcome it on a daily basis.
I feel you're neglecting the fact that like this is a medical disease and that people deal with it all the time. Yeah. It's not just like I'm feeling sad. That's not what depression is.
I'm not saying that everyone's feeling, I'm feeling sad today. I'm saying legitimately, I fully believe that everyone I've ever spoken to is medically and clinically depressed. Like their serotonin levels aren't working well. Like look at each one of us, for example. Can you really say that you're happy? Can you?
I mean, there might be things
it's not,
might
again,
make
it's not
me
the
unhappy.
same thing as being happy or unhappy.
So you both believe that you're not depressed?
Okay, well,
I think feeling sad is one thing.
I feel like I have been depressed at some point in time in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
But can you say that she's actually being affected by depression?
Well,
Probably not.
I have never been diagnosed, so I don't know if I was.
But that's the thing. Who would go out and say it if they just think that it's a normal part of everybody's lives?
Because people are dumb and they don't actually understand what depression is. Just like how they say.
What is your take on it? Do you sincerely believe
I think it's a chemical imbalance that actually but I don't think that everyone is depressed. I think
that's
like
there's two types of depression. That one is chemical and one is actually comes from mood swings itself that has nothing to do with, or trauma-based, sorry.
Right.
So one is trauma-based, has nothing to do with chemicals, has everything to do with the memories that you're connecting with certain things, and one has everything to do with the real chemical that you can actually take in the pill and correct.
Well, so I just think that we minimize the effect of like this big problem because depression, like people are like, oh, I'm just so depressed. Same way people will be like, oh my God,
saying it like that.
I'll die if this doesn't happen. It's like, no, you won't actually die.
Right now, and 17 million Americans are affected by some form of depression, and it may not be the clinically diagnosed form, but it's
this is 17 million Americans have actually stated that they're clinically depressed. Like this is diagnosed. So imagine how many people don't even bother to go. Because for example, brown culture doesn't really believe in like psychology and psychiatrists and all of that, right?
Of course.
So imagine how much of a huge population thinks the same way. So that's so many millions of people, possibly billions of people.
And I just want to say that a lot
that they're depressed, but they are.
I just want to say that a lot of the antibiotics and the prescription pills that we take cause depression. So you may have it and you may not even know because this is just in you and you don't know how you got it or why you got it.
You think they're all like counteracting each other?
Yeah, every single one of these pills says that this may cause depression, this may cause weight gain, your birth control pills has these side effects to it.
I sincerely believe mine makes me depressed. I really do. I was happier without it. I'm not kidding.
Wow, see, there we go. She feels like she was.
Did you ever get diagnosed?
No, like I said, I never really believed the same way. I mean, I believe in psychology and I've been to a psychiatrist, but at the same time, I don't think my parents would ever be like, yeah, I believe you're depressed. Let's send you off here. It's because they're brown.
Yeah, brown people don't really believe
in mental illness.
Well, actually, my mom is depressed. Like she is diagnosed with it, and she knows it. Yeah,
and she takes
medication for it.
That's very
progressive.
Yeah,
but I actually feel like a lot of brown people have depression. A lot of brown aunties.
Well, I don't think it's a brown-white thing. It's an all-human thing, right?
Yeah.
But I just think it's our culture that sees it as weakness.
You don't feel like people are depressed. You feel like they're just sad and they want to say that they're depressed.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that everyone has depression, just like how I was saying it before. But what I'm saying is that like. It's not we are like, oh, I think all brown people are depressed. That's also an arbitrary statement.
I wasn't saying that.
I'm pretty sure you just said that.
No, I'm saying everyone's depressed.
You just said that. You're like, I really think all brown people are depressed. That's what you just said.
I said I feel like all people are depressed in some form.
I agree with it.
Everyone,
so we're on
brown
the same
or
team.
white. You just said the same. Brown or white, everyone gets depressed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
it's not that all brown people are depressed.
Well, I just feel like, okay, listen to this though. 20% of teens have gone through some form of depression before, children have gone through depression before they reach their teenage years. Okay, that's ridiculous, and that's just the
Define
amount.
a form of depression. Like what can that mean?
Clinical depression, bipolar disorder. What do you mean? Major depression.
Okay.
Those are all 3 different forms of depression.
Bipolar disorder is a form of depression?
I believe so.
Then I have that.
I can tell.
I'm kidding.
We all know.
No,
but that's my point is these are just the 20% of kids or young teens who have come out about it, right?
Right.
Imagine the millions that don't because they just think it's an average part of your day.
You know what makes me depressed?
What?
Winter.
Oh,
And that's
seasonal
actually
depression.
a thing. Seasonal depression.
Very
I
true.
feel so sad because it's so cold.
They
and
also call it what, cuddle weather or something? Like when all the the boys from your
Cuffing
past come out.
season?
Is that what it is?
Cuffing season.
Cuddling season.
It sounds better than cuffing season. That sounds like
cuddling season?
I don't know, some sort of
Anita's so
BDSM
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
Seriously, right? No.
Oh no, not really.
Anyway,
It's just like this is what the kids call it nowadays.
the cool kids.
As if Jasmine isn't a kid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
it's
why
when
I said
your
it's what the
boyfriend
kids call
or
it.
guys come out of nowhere being like, "Girl, I want a girlfriend."
It's
I
when
want a
basically,
relationship."
people want relationships because of the season.
Because
and
it's
it's
cold,
winter
and
and
they
no
don't
one
wanna
wants to
be
go out
lonely.
and they
Is
want to
this
stay
he said,
in.
she said, or are we trying to figure out if everybody is depressed or not?
They
It's-
aren't. Not everyone is
re-
depressed.
Have you met?
I think that's minimizing the problem. I think mental illness is a very, very important thing. And by saying that statement, you're saying that everyone's sad. Oh,
Yeah.
everyone deals with
No,
it. It's
I'm not saying that it's the same level.
No,
I'm saying that
I
everybody in some
do
form
think
has
that
depression.
people I don't think that it's as severe as someone who is clinically diagnosed. But think about when you go through a breakup and how sad you feel and you're heartbroken.
That's depression.
That is a
That's
form of
depressed-
depression.
That is a
That is a
depression
depressed
from
state.
your
State, but that's a
regular- no,
form
that's a
of
form
depression.
Yeah.
You don't take medicine when you're sad.
But
you don't
not
take. You
all
don't
people
when you're
that are
when you.
depressed take
Okay, I
medicine.
feel like when
Or
someone,
get therapy. When
I
they're
feel like when
Not
when
all
someone,
someone
people with
when your
depression
boyfriend
get
has broken up
therapy.
with you, or you didn't do well on a test, your first go-to move is not oh, I want to take pills to make me feel better.
well, you know what?
Or oh, I need to go see a psychiatrist. No, that's not what
because
happens.
regular depressed people don't think of that. I don't think they think of that.
What
Have
about
you
the people
really-
who have commit or tried to commit suicide? Do you think that they're
I don't
depressed?
think anything less of those people.
But do you think they're depressed?
But I think that they have a form of mental illness. Whether or not that's depression,
I'm just trying to ask, is depression the norm? Because I think it is. Have you, answer me this question, both of you. Have you ever met someone that you can 100% say has not been depressed at least one time around you?
I have not met anyone.
I have not.
So there you go.
but
Anita.
you're using the word depressed as anything, right? Being sad at any
No,
moment,
I'm
oh, my
using
dog
it
got run
as
over.
depression.
Yeah, I know. So
It's
then
a term that
you're
acknowledges
using
that
it
people
very,
are generally
very, very
sad.
general.
Yes.
Then all you need to say is, do you think anyone in this world has ever been happy 100% of the time in their life?
No.
Also, no. And I think that once we get better data
that
and we
note-
can get better medication options in the future for those who actually have mental illness such as depression. Luckily, it's time for us to hop off this depressing topic and head into a commercial break.